What's up, YouTube? It's FitzBro, and we've got a hot casted game for you here today. It is the official KEKW, aka MarineLord, playing up against GL the Viper. And this is going to be Viper's Mongols up against MarineLorD's Rus. And the map we're looking at here is high view. So the first thing will be the race to get these deer, sheep, and wolves, of course. We've got one scout over on the east side of the map getting his close hunt. And then on the left side, he is already aggroing. There we go. We got a wolf. And why is he going for the wolves? Well, for the Rus, they get their bounty system, as you see there, as they collect those wild animals. They get gold. They get improved gather rates. But I'm sure this will be a very, very intense match. Let's take a look at the spawn that Viper has. I always like to look at Mongol spawns at the beginning of the game, because ideally you want to try to get this town center by a wood line and gold, but that's not always possible. As you see here, his gold kind of is out in the field while not by the wood. So then the next question is going to be, where is the Uvu? And his Uvu is quite far away from his town center, so he might have spawned like right here-ish, and maybe he could have gone this way. But you just want to get that town center down as fast as possible. So as far as Mongol's base layout goes, this is going to be a little bit difficult to hold. If the Rus player puts up any aggression, he's going to need to get some towers out here. And another thing to consider, typically Mongols like to build this pasture on top of the Uvu because it'll generate sheep faster. But you can't afford it when it spawns like this, because that's a long walk for those sheep, and they could perhaps get captured by the opponent. You hear the wolves going crazy across the map. We'll check in on those very soon. But yes, Viper's working with the hand that he's been dealt, and we'll have to see if MarineLord is able to capitalize on Viper's base layout. Holy wolves, 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. I'm sure he's been picking up others, but we see that bounty climbing. He already has 326 gold. Man, oh man, what's going on down here? Getting these deer. So it doesn't look like Viper. We know what these deer are a little bit far away from his town center. I guess this would have been his closer one. He did kill that already. But it does look like MarineLord was able to pick up a few of Viper's deer there. But who gets these wolves? Oh, these 3 wolves? Oh, he got one of them. But 2 are going with MarineLord. Now, he already has this tier 2 bounty. So 10% villager food harvest rate. We got hunting cabins generating gold every 24 seconds. The ultimate number he wants to reach is 500. But he's probably not going to achieve that until much later in the game, if he does go get it at all. Okay, so we've got an age up coming in. Let's see what MarineLord's going with, and it is the Golden Gate. Now, this is an economic landmark. It gets these trades, these resource trades I think it's like every minute, if I'm correct. Yeah, an additional exchange every minute. So it's a good way to get the gold you need to age up. You might see him go for mining a little bit of gold. We'll have to see what his age 2 strategy is. Will he go for some kind of spearman archer combo and try to pressure this Uvu, or will he open with some knights? We'll have to see. Holy cow, look at all these wolves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think Viper actually has a few of them, but look at the sheep. This has been a little kind of a crazy dark age here. But yes, meanwhile over here is Viper aging up. Not quite. Wait, is he not aging up yet? He's not aging up yet, despite the fact... well, he doesn't have the gold he needs. Okay, so not yet. He did have to walk all the way out here to get his gold and build a gur, of course. So definitely not speeding up his age up at all. Looks like he elected to build 2 pastures here in the Dark Age, not on the Uvu. And we're going to have MarineLord up to the Second Age significantly faster. Let's see what MarineLord decides to do next. He looks like he's walking villagers over to the gold, so he will be gathering that gold. Now, will that be to produce knights, or is that just going to be going for a straight fast castle? I've got the feeling that he might be just going and eyeballing that castle age. Let's see, is he going to go... I think maybe we'll see a professional scout play here to bring that food in nice and close. Here comes Viper. He's going to be harassing those gold villagers. Boy, oh boy, isn't it annoying when the Khan comes and harasses your gold line when you're just trying to get that gold you need. Oh, but he's going to run by. He's going to leave him alone. So as far as Khan harassment goes, MarineLord got off easy there. But let's see what Marine Lord is up, or sorry, Viper's up to. He is aging up with the Deer Stones, which will give this Yam Network bonus in the second age. But Marine Lord's up to the second age much faster. Viper decided he wanted those additional sheep, I guess, from the pasture nearby. But I don't know. I'm feeling like he's a little bit lagging behind right now as far as timings. We've got a scout on top of that con right now. He'll want to run that away. There they go. Oh, but sniping the sheep. Oh, boy. Who's had this happen? The con comes in and he snipes your sheep, but he's not today. No, no, no. No lamb chops for you today, Mr. Khan. And he's going to have to run away. Let's go check in on Viper. He's got a third pasture going down. Man, he's really going for that sheep production early on. Now, of course, he just will keep producing, so he ideally won't run out of sheep is his goal. But let's see what he does here next. So, Marine Lord has to realize this gold is rather exposed if you were to do any pressure. And the same thing for this Uvu, but doesn't look like he's too concerned. He did go for a second town center. If we didn't pay attention, he must have gone for a little bit of stone. Oh, you know what it is. I'll say, where did he get that stone? So a common thing for Roost players to do is they will use these exchanges here at the Golden Gate to buy stone. So instead of mining stone traditionally like most other civilizations, he just had a lot of villagers on wood, and he was able to buy the stone he needed to get the second town center. And he's building this right on top of this hunt. So I said we might see a professional scout play. He's decided to just take the town center to the deer instead of worrying about investing in professional scouts and bringing those back. So an interesting way kind of to play Roost here. I'm buying that second town center. I know it's a pretty common strategy there. Oh, he saves this scout. That scout had like 1 HP, and he will regenerate his health. He has this defensive wooden fortress there. And I think Marine Lord's just booming up. He's having a good time. You see no military buildings. Let's see about the Mongols. No military buildings yet here either. So both players kind of just playing Sim City at the moment. And the Khan running around, just putting on a little bit of harassment here and there. I do see some scouts running around, but I think it's mostly just to annoy the Khan. Yep, there he goes. He's trying to get the flank on him. But it's really hard to catch that Khan. He is, let's check out that speed there. So he's got 1.62 movement speed, and when you compare that to these scouts, it's exactly the same. So he can just keep running and running and running unless he like cuts a corner real deep. Oh, look, another wolf. Oh, who's going to get that one? Oh, the Khan's definitely going to snipe that. I would imagine so. But not before putting plenty of damage on that scout. He's trying to trick him into turning around. Is he going to get that wolf? Oh! Marine Lord is able to get that wolf at the very last second. Nice try, Viper. Not fast enough, Mr. Snake. Okay, we do see 1, 2, 3 stables down. We've got 2 town centers, 3 stables. Okay, so it looks like Marine Lord's about to start bringing in this kind of late feudal age pressure with these early knights. And I'm not sure if Viper has scouted these stables yet. I know he's been running around. He's going to see it. Okay, he sees it now, so he knows something's up. He's got 1 outpost here in the stealth forest in the middle of the map, probably just for some line of sight. Yeah, you can see there, you kind of can see what's going on. Oh, what? What are you doing, villagers? Okay, so I don't... There we go. Oh, maybe he's just going to siege that. I don't know. I think he was going to do something sneaky, but we'll have to see where those villagers go next. He's got 2 town centers. Look at the villager count. We've got 29 villagers for Viper, 37 for Marine Lord. So look at those numbers. You have to think, how are the Mongols going to keep up? Well, one way to keep up is going to the cast wage, the step of red out. Because when you turn in gold to this landmark, you get plus 50% returns. But you can't gather gold if you've got a knight here poking your villagers, and that's what's going to happen here. That villager is definitely going to be going down. And now Viper is up to the next age, but there's going to be knights coming in very aggressively here. Oh, he went for that boar. So that's what was going on. He brought these villagers forward. He was confident he's going to raid his enemy and have the room he needs. And he went for that boar, and now you see he achieved that tier 3 bounty. So those knights allowed him to get that final bounty level, get that rate. And now, look, he's running around with all these knights. And the Viper has 1 barracks. Now, he can do the ×2 production of spearmen, which will be pretty good. These are early knights, right? But I do think official KEKW Marine Lord is going to just keep chucking out more and more knights and eventually age up as well. But right now, it doesn't look like he has any plans to age. He's just going to be running around harassing, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Forcing Viper to build an outpost. In comes a knight, and maybe going to pop another villager. He's already down on villager count, and if he's able to negate the effects of this step red out, that is going to do a lot of damage. And, you know, you can't help but say, you know, this has been just really unfortunate as far as his gold spawns, because we've got both gold veins to the north of his base. I mean, his other options is to go way out to the east or way down to the southwest. It's not ideal. So with the cavalry pressure, he could just keep stalling out Viper's economy, and if he could stop him from getting that gold, that's really going to help his situation. Okay, so taking out a few of those man-arms. Here comes a spearman, and he's going to micro back. Oh, we've got a early knight with 6 HP, still alive. Look at him pulling the damaged one to the back so he can maximize the time that it is alive and get in a few extra hits. But I think he's only going to be able to face down these spearmen for so long. I don't know, another 3, and he might be able to just, you know, he might be able to turn around and take this. Oh, back to the tower. That's going to do some big damage on the spearman, and that's going to really turn the tide of this kind of knight versus spearman action, and that's enough damage. He's able to turn around, and now Viper has no spearmen, and these knights are coming in, and I'm sure there are more on the... Oh, no, I think he did decide to age up finally. Yes, he did. Abbey the Trinity, he can use that to train those warrior monks to run out, capture relics or sacred sites, but right now his agenda is to harass the gold, harass the gold. You'll want to stop Mongol players from using this step red out, right? That's why he had focused on getting to the third age so quickly, and he's been able to draw a lot of idle time here by spamming in these knights. Now he's up to the next age, and look at this villager count. 56 villagers for Marine Lord, 37 for Viper, so he is way ahead in the villager count, and he's, not to mention he's been drawing plenty of idle time. Looks like a man-arm goes down. He is going to run back now with these knights. Let's see what's going on back at home. Is he going to be updated? He is upgrading his knights, so he's going to have his early knights upgraded. No text yet at the blacksmith. He is training a warrior monk, 20 food, 100 gold, and going to go after these relics. Each of these relics generate 100 gold per minute. Same can be said for the sacred sites. Now, these boar, you got to think about this. He got this tier 3 bounty. Okay, so that's a plus 15% villager food harvest rate. And then he went for this boar. These boars have a ton of food available. So this is just absolutely helping his economy just skyrocket. There we go. We see another boar was just taken out. You know, that's another 2,000 food he's going to be able to take advantage of. And he has the map control he needs right now. He's going to get both of these boar, not to mention a little bit extra gold. He's almost at 600 bounty. 500 wasn't enough. Okay, so these knights continue to run around. Let's see how Viper is going to handle this. He's making more and more spearmen. We see a quadruple barracks here. Stone, about 200 left on this UV. He will need to move, I guess, to this northern one, unless he decides to go way south. And there we go. Marine Lord going for the second boar and building a tower. So he's going to have that wooden fortress. Like, look at this line of sight he has. He can basically see this whole eastern portion of the map, see if anything's coming across the middle. He can build one on the left side and really have full map view. So Marine Lord looking to be in a very comfortable position at the moment. These spearmen, you know, they want to run down the knights, but if they just kite back to the wooden fortress, his spearmen have to turn around, because we saw what happened the last time. This gold vein will be, it's got about 2.5k left, and then he can go after this one's got 4k, but his gold line at least is a little bit safe for now. But Marine Lord is not blinking. He just keeps making knights. He knows that there's nothing but spearmen out there, but he doesn't care. He knows he has, you know, these knights are powerful units. They've got the HP. They've got the attack. Oh! That outpost was upgraded. It did take a shot. Now, you do see that laying those down. That's 60 damage per shot, but that's going to go down quite quickly here to these knights, but not before dealing some decent damage there. Oh, but with the health that these things have, 230 HP, it takes several shots from this tower, so he doesn't actually get a kill in. Now, Viper has made a mangonel. I don't know if he expects there to be archers to deal with the spearmen, but right now, that mangonel probably is not going to do a whole lot. Now, Viper is doing this strategy. If you've seen this, so he builds his monastery, and he's going to roll around the map, and he is going to pick up relics with just one shaman. So instead of training multiple shamans, walking all around the map getting the relics, he just rolls to each relic and picks them up. But the warrior monks might be getting them before he has a chance to, which will be unfortunate for Viper. Now, I'm kind of curious about something. Okay, I kind of thought so. So the UI, from my understanding, the Mongols version of this building is called the prayer tent, right? They got shamans and prayer tents. But when you click this, it says monastery. So, interesting, it doesn't... I would expect this to say prayer tent. I don't know if that's just a UI bug or whatever. Let me know if you've got any more ideas about that in the comments. Okay, there we go. We got a market going down for Viper, so he's going to be trading up some of that gold. Probably going to buy a little bit of food, I would imagine. Maybe going to go after these deer here. But still just a ton of knights running around for MarineLord. Where are those spearmen? There to the front line, and he is starting to siege. He's got a mangonel on the front line, but those knights are going to run him back. Is he just going to go for the military protection? No, 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 no. He's just going to run on by. But we do have a ram on the front line dealing with that wooden fortress. Okay. We see the prayer tent, or the monastery, is still just not doing a whole lot. Viper's got a lot of idle villagers right now. 21 to be exact. Speaking of villagers, I hear a Wololo going on somewhere. Oh, it's right there mid. It's not getting a villager, but what did he get? I don't know if he got anything. I think maybe he was about to get that unit, but he killed it. Warrior Monk escapes with 10 HP, just barely. But there's been some raiding going on in the back line. I can only imagine he's probably popped a villager, or at the very least. Look at all that idle time. 12 villagers walking around. 46 villagers right now for Viper versus the 80 villagers of MarineLord. MarineLord is absolutely dominating this game. We've got man-arms on the back line, but they're not going to do a whole lot. He is now throwing down some barracks of his own. His economy is so powerful. He has 3 relics right now. That's 300 passive gold income per minute. He's been getting those boar. Yes, he lost his tower mid-map, but here come the knights back. But these knights aren't going to be able to really sit here and engage, because these spearmen now, he's dealing with veteran spearmen. This will be kind of a risky trade, but I think his goal here is just to pop these mangonel and run away. And that is what he's going to do, but not before sustaining some damage from those pikes. But you see, okay, 1, 2, 3, looks like maybe 4 knights went down, and some low HP ones at that. Villagers taking out that ram. I think MarineLord is going to need a transition off of the knight-only build. I think this was the build knights-only challenge, perhaps. And now we do see some man-arms being trained here for the first time for MarineLord. Look at this line of sight. I spoke about this earlier. He's built these wooden fortresses kind of spread out on the map, and he can just see a lot what's going on as this wooden fortress, of course, is burning down. He has the standing knight army. He's going to go for the charge. He'll get that charge damage, and then he'll back up. Okay, there we go. Is he able to save this wooden fortress, hopping out and repairing it? Despite the fact that those are spearmen, he has decided to engage. And you will see there, he takes some losses, but at the end of the day, he saves his wooden fortress. He wipes out that spearman army. And, you know, he loses, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably like six knights, maybe. Something like that. But he just had the overwhelming numbers there in that fight. Okay, so we've still got, let's see, where'd that prayer tent go? Did he get any relics? There's one. Now look, when it's unpacked, it says prayer tent, but when it's packed up, it says monastery. So I think we did discover a bug. I've never seen that one, or at least haven't paid attention to it. Okay, Viper's rolling out with his mangonel, continuing to make mangonel despite the fact he's only been seeing knights for the most part. Look at that, all these villagers on this gold. Okay, so MarineLord's going to be taking out that tower. No more line of sight, but in comes that mangonel shot. That villager taking a huge hit there. But I think those knights could charge forward here very, very soon. We'll have to see. Okay, here they come charging forward after the spearmen. They're running back. They think they can escape. Can they escape? They're rolling, they're rolling. He's got his spearmen on the front line. I think he's able to save it for now, but here they come, just a few flank around back. And with the changes to how squishy siege units are now, it is just a lot easier for horsemen and knights to just deal that damage so quickly. And there we go. The Viper, he taps out, and MarineLord is going to take this game with the Rus. Rather dominating. But anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this casted game. I'm going to get back to posting more on the channel, so say hello down in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.